And happy Monday. What a day it has been, man. I feel like this is the most productive Monday it's been in a while. I mean, it's been busy. March has been busy, at least for me, but today was a lot. But anyways, welcome to the Plug Talk Sports live show. This is episode 131. My name is Danny Torres alongside Janka. How was your Monday? I know you're having quite a Monday as well.
Work, school, the show, but life goes on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, do you ever find yourself like in this same like I don't know if you ever seen that episode of SpongeBob where he's just doing the same thing over and over and over again. Yeah, that's what it feels like sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, I just can't wait till this damn school's over so I can just have a change of pace.
Well, the Oscars happened last night.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I didn't watch it because I already knew who was gonna win everything. Just because I knew, man. I mean, there was no one beating that movie, and if someone beat that movie, I was probably never going to watch ever again. But Oppenheimer won Movie of the Year. Of course, Cillian Murphy won Actor of the Year. Robert Downey Jr. got Best Supporting Actor. That movie was goated. There was no beating that movie, I think, last year. Like, it was the best movie. So, it was interesting. It was very interesting. But anyways, let's get into our plugs and shameless plugs of the week. Let's do good news. We did bad news, I believe, last week, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Tell me your good news, Janka.
Good news. Good news. Um, I mean, I went to the West Palm Beach card show this on Saturday.
Yep.
Got some cool cards. I got a show you guys right here. I got a Zion case for my cards. I got a new Nikola Jovic card, pretty cool. I got a Super Bowl ring. I don't know if you guys want to see it. No, actually, once we talk about the new NFL news, I'll showcase it.
It's ridiculous. It honestly is ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. Anything more you want to add to that?
I mean, besides that, no. I mean, it's just a normal week. Besides that, it was just a normal week.
All right. Good for me. I want to shout out CCNN Live. You guys know I was a part of them for 3 years. Obviously, you know I love my alma mater, Columbus. They departed, I believe, like an hour ago to the national championship competition in Los Angeles. You guys know I was a part of. Last year we won the national championship, so they're going in as defending champions. Unfortunately, I'm not part of the team anymore. Even though I try to keep up with what they're doing and stuff like that. Just life gets busy, scheduling conflicts, with my career and stuff like that didn't allow me. I was having major FOMO once I saw them with their red tracksuits in the airport. But best of luck to them. I know Omar Delgado over there and Christina Insua. They're gonna lead. They're gonna lead the team to the best possible result. And it's a little stressful once you get over there. Once the wheels touch down in Los Angeles, it's all business. But best of luck to them, and I'm hoping they can repeat as national champions and bring the title back home and get themselves another ring. Talking about rings, I got my ring. It's over there on my desk. Not wearing it right now, obviously, but my national championship ring from last year is sitting nicely over there in its case. Bad news. Janka, talk to me about some bad news.
If you're living under a rock and you haven't heard the news, I just hate bringing it up because it gets me to tears. But if you don't know and you haven't seen my story for the past week,
Oh, I think I know where this is going.
the GOAT, Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, you could say the creator or the GOAT of manga, he passed away with I think he had a hematoma in his brain, so he had a cancer in his brain, and he had I don't know, it's called leak or I don't know what it is. I'm not a neurosurgeon or whatever, but it's a sad day for like the anime community and I guess the world in general because the Dragon Ball fandom is not just in Japan; it's worldwide, and the guy is an inspiration. Like when he first started creating manga, he was turned down by all publishers. They said that this is trash. This is not gonna make any money, and he's like, "Nah, I'm gonna keep doing this." And he ended up creating the greatest anime character of all time, Goku, which is my motivation. Uh, it's sad to see him go, especially by cancer. By the way, I feel like the government, the world government. I don't even say this government. The world government has to care for
World Health Organization.
Yeah. It's just sad to see him go. I mean, it's a person like that he inspires so many people. Like he never gave up on his dream, and he achieved it. Dragon Ball, I think, is like worth $20 billion, and he was broke. 68.
So they're probably relatively young. So
Yeah, but hey, and what's crazy though is that he was born on the year of the goat, and he died on the year of the dragon, which is crazy because he created Dragon Ball and he's the goat. So it's like, hey, if that isn't a sign that there's a God out there, I'm telling you right now, because that is some kind of creative writing. I'll tell you that much.
God is a creative artist. I'll tell you that. For me, it had to be from the Oscars last night. What the hell was John Cena doing, bro?
Oh my God.
What the hell was that? Look, I used to love John Cena when I used to watch WWE as a kid. I thought that guy used to be so motivational, so inspirational. And then I was just as recent dressing up as woman and then just showing up at the Oscars butt naked. I don't know what the heck that was.
All I saw was a wooden thing just walking around. I didn't see anybody.
I don't know what it was, man. It's just there's no words for it. So, but that's definitely the worst thing I saw in the week. Definitely, I'm so tired that I don't have an expression to it.
I mean, we're about to get into something that really.
Sorry, I'm saving my energy for when needs to have the usual Daniel Torres energy to it. So, further ado, let's get into it, shall we? I feel like the first three topics are going to make me sigh like that. The Miami Heat suffered an embarrassing loss to their Southeast Division rivals, the Washington Wizards, 110-108, making it 3 straight losses. They had back-to-back losses on the road, which one of them was a 14-point loss. I mean, not 14-point loss, excuse me, a 14-point deficit overturned by the Oklahoma City Thunder. They blew that 14-point lead, and they ended up losing the game. SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander went nuts in the fourth quarter. Here I was, thinking that after the All-Star break, oh man, look, the Heat are starting to shape up. Playoff Jimmy looks like he's showing up. It's starting to look pretty nice. We got ourselves into 5th at one point. We're looking like we can go all the way up to 3rd. Hell, even up to 2nd. And now we're right back to where we started. I'm frustrated. And look, I don't want to, again, jump the gun because I did last year.
We all did.
Saw what happened. This team, Tyler Hero can never be healthy. It's a cycle. He starts at the beginning of the year looking like this guy's about to be freaking insane this year, the next coming of Michael Jordan. And then he gets hurt, and then he's out, and he doesn't play. And then somehow we find ourselves in the playoff, serious, needing help. And somehow we find ourselves in the hole like, oh, well, we get Tyler Hero back, maybe. The guy's always hurt. Duncan Robinson, I told you yesterday, I love when he's hitting his shots, you love him. You really do. But when he's not, you really hate him. he is so inconsistent to me. So inconsistent to me. First of all, the Heat, let me just say this. These teams that are the bottom of the standings, like the Pistons, the Wizards, all of a sudden they play Miami and they can shoot like the Golden State Warriors. I don't understand it. They hadn't won a road game since January 29th. They come in here, Kyle Kuzma with 35 points. Suddenly Jordan Poole can shoot threes as well. I just don't understand it. The Heat were able to make some sort of a comeback. Kuzma made some mistakes, especially an offensive foul that led into the situation of allowing the Heat to either tie the game or go for the game winner. Duncan Rob, first of all, let's talk about the first three-pointer to try to win the game. Duncan Robinson puts up this wild three-point shot running while he's doing it. And he's contested. I don't understand what kind of shot selection that was. And sometimes we find ourselves in a hole of where Duncan Robinson is just shooting these crazy shots. And sometimes in the playoffs, they go in and then you're like, oh my God. And then other times you're like, why is he shooting the basketball? Why does he even have hands to shoot the basketball? So that first shot was terrible. It lands to Jimmy Butler. And as soon as Jimmy Butler touched the ball, I was like, here we go. This is the Boston series all over again. Here we go. He misses a three-point shot, and there goes the buzzer. The Wizards win by 2, and it's 3 in a row. With the Sixers right behind us in 7th.
Ahead of us.
Well, yeah, now they're ahead of us. I don't want to play in the play-in tournament because you already know I hate that garbage.
The biggest BS ever invented for LeBron James.
I already hate that garbage. I don't want to play in it. But here we are in 7th. I mean, I'm not saying we can't get out of 7th, but here we are in 7th. And if the Heat are going to take us through this entire thing again, playing with our emotions through each round of the Eastern Conference, it is stressful. It is absolutely stressful being a Heat fan sometimes. Jonathan, the floor is yours.
I mean, what more can I add besides the more bad news? Apparently, Tyrese Maxey is coming back for the Sixers, and OG Anunoby is almost ready to come back for the Knicks. So even if the Heat wanted to try to make a push to get out of the play-in, it's going to be difficult now and we play the Nuggets on Wednesday. So,
yep.
I mean, the only thing I have a problem with, two things I have a problem with, and it's by the same player. It's Jimmy Butler. First of all, I'm sick of Jimmy Butler's antics with his hair and always trying to make a show. Like, buddy, quit the BS. Let's start winning these games. Can we stop being an 8th seed and having to travel to 4 games in an away series in the playoffs? Can we at least have home court advantage for a series for once? Like, why do we have to be the last place team to try so hard to beat everybody? Why can't we actually try hard the whole season, have a good place in the playoffs where we have home court advantage against a team and we don't have to travel as much? It really pisses me off. And second, he says, I'm never going for the tie. I'm always going for the win. That is a baloney. Buddy, listen, when you need these wins, you go for that tie. I don't care who you are. You go for that tie. Like, legit, all you had to do, Adebayo was open on that very last play in the paint. You pass it to him, he dunks it. The game is tied. We head to overtime. Like, why do we have to settle for these threes, bro? It's like, and also, like, what is supposed to draw up in these situations? Like, we come out of timeouts and all of a sudden we chuck 40-foot threes. Like, that's what you drew up? That's the play?
Some, I mean, to his defense, sometimes it's not even what he draws out. The players just decide what's the best option.
Like, I don't even know who to root for anymore. Like, is it the players or is it Spoelstra? And then plus, like, I understand that we don't have Hero, we don't have Love and Richardson, but bro, like, what happened? I mean, Patty Mills just coming. Patty Mills is getting more minutes than DeLon Wright, and he's been on the team for longer. Like,
suppose he's going to the G League. I think,
bro, like, what's the point? Like, what's the point? The more I see them play like this, the more it worries me that I think we're gonna get blown out in the playoffs, or we make another crazy run. But if I'm telling you right now, if Hero gets injured one more time before we head into the playoffs by April, I swear to God, we're getting blown out by Boston.
well, we get there.
If we get there, but most likely because they're gonna be the first seed and we're gonna be probably the 8th seed.
I don't know.
Listen, I would love to see a first round exit for Boston getting beat by Miami again. Ain't nobody wishing that more than me. But do I see it happening?
I could see. Look, I could see us if we get Cleveland in the first round.
Dios que me ayude.
I'm happy with that. You wouldn't be happy with that first round, Cleveland? I mean, they're a tough, scrappy team, but I think we can take them on. I think better than Milwaukee or Boston in the first round.
I'd rather take the Knicks, to be honest.
That's an interesting take. Why would you take the Knicks?
I just think they don't have what it takes to be that team. I know that Jalen Brunson is a dog, but like to me, Julius Randle doesn't have it. Josh Hart doesn't have it. I mean, Anunoby, he's good, but he's injured right now, and I don't know if he's going to be healthy or even good enough to play. I don't think they have enough or like enough veterans to I guess like give them the experience. So I'm not giving them that much of an edge over Miami. But Cleveland, they got Donovan Mitchell, Garland, Jared Allen, that new guy Dean Wade who went off. Like they're stacked. They're kind of low key stacked in a way, and they can hit threes with Strus now, bro. Like,
I still think we can take them on.
No, I think we can because they're kind of our size. They're more like not too tall, not too small, but they're like just there.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you, bro. I'd rather take Cleveland in the first round than New York. New York is more scrappy than Cleveland is, I think. Cleveland's scrappy, but I think New York is even more scrappy.
It's tough because I mean, damn Cavaliers don't have any damn injuries, so they have.
Do you think this Heat team is better or worse than last year at this current moment of the season?
At this current moment, without Hero, without Love, without Richardson.
Bro, Richardson's done for the year.
Yeah. So as of right now, like you're literally saying right now, with Hero, without Hero, no Love, I would say they're worse, obviously. But if they had everybody, it would be a better team.
Did you really think, though, that Richardson was a huge help?
I mean, I would have liked him, like, not as a scoring option, but more as like a defensive option, just smother Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. Like your solo job is to defend these two guys to your very death. And then I think he could have done something. Boston always chokes. You put any pressure on Brown or Jason Tatum, they fold.
Hey, man, Brandon's not here right now, but he would definitely be upset hearing you say that.
The Boston Origami Celtics, because they fold so much.
You guys already know I absolutely hate the Boston Celtics. There's some franchises that I hate. Philadelphia Eagles, Boston Celtics, FC Barcelona. Those franchises right there, I absolutely hate. I hate the Celtics. They haven't done anything since 2008. I can't stand them, man.
I think the thing about the Celtics is that they're like they're fans, or sorry, Brandon, not including you if you ever hear this, but they just act like they're entitled to everything. Like they swear
Kind of like
because they're the
Laker
Celtics.
fans.
So what?
Kind of like Laker fans.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
We're about the same.
But at least they like when they had nobody and they were losing, they admitted that they were bad and nobody was showing up to the games.
Yeah.
But these Celtics fans, bro, like they just like they was like doesn't matter what the situation is, they feel like, oh yeah, we're entitled to the championship no matter what. Like, bro, just shut up, bro. Just shut up.
The only credit I give them is that they are very hardcore, passionate, intense fans. But other than that, I can't stand them. I really can't.
If this year doesn't work out for the Heat, I need to see the Heat draft something like a Luka, a Shea, a Tatum, uh, Jarius Garland, like somebody that can get their own shot. Because Jimmy, I love you, bro, but like
I still want size, man. I still want.
that's why the Denver Nuggets are so good, bro. Everybody's like over 6'8", and they can shoot. This is BS. Getting on every offensive rebound.
Bro,
Which what I've been telling you this whole time. Stop with the damn small dudes.
and I'm frustrated. I get frustrated with Bam Adebayo. I really do.
Oh, don't even start with him today. Bam and me are not on good places right now.
Well, why are you and Bam not on good terms right now?
That guy swears he can shoot all of a sudden. Bro, you're 7 feet. Dunk the damn ball. He's against, bro, you see him against Jaylen Brown, and he's just like afraid to go in. Like, bro, just dunk it on him, bro. Floater, do something. And there's no pick and roll, there's no give and go, there's no nothing for this guy. He swears all of a sudden he can shoot like Chris Bosh. Like, where did this come out from? This guy's acting like a 4, but at a 5 at the 5.
He has developed the mid-range jumper, but
It's not consistent.
it's not consistent.
I'm like, I don't need you to be a damn shooter. I need you to be a center. That's what we're paying you for. You're not Embiid. You're not Jokic. You're not anybody else. Quit it.
He's been last couple games. He's been struggling big time. He had 16 against Washington. But those are not the numbers we need. We need him up there with Butler.
Bro, like, what was that midseason? That Butler, Hero, and Bam were all averaging 20 plus.
Yeah.
Give me that consistent with a double-double. He should be having double-doubles every game.
So, win or loss on Wednesday against Denver?
I don't know if there's any news yet on Hero and Love, but if they don't play, again, no Hero against the Nuggets, I think we lose because I think the Nuggets right now are on a tear and they're finding their groove again. I think we lose bad. And we could find something if Duncan Robinson doesn't just chuck up random threes.
Well, look, for the rest of March, and then in April, there's only 8 games to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of March, we have the Denver Nuggets, back-to-back games against the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah. Listen.
We should.
If we lose any of those 2 games, I'm not wrestling for the rest of the regular season.
Then it gets interesting. Philadelphia 76ers, Cleveland Cavaliers, New Orleans Pelicans.
Oh my God.
Cleveland again.
Bingo, sir.
Golden State Warriors.
Oh.
Portland Trailblazers.
Okay, what does that do to me?
And then Washington Wizards again. Yeah, I don't want to say anything about that one. So
the Wizards were the worst team in the league. Before they won, they were the worst record team. My God.
It's a pretty. Oh well, hold up. The Heat are in 8th right now. So it's Boston, Milwaukee, Cleveland, New York, Orlando, Philadelphia, and then Indiana, then Miami. Oh boy. We are one game behind Philadelphia and Indiana, and two behind New York and Orlando. So it's still possible to get all the way to the fourth seed,
No, yeah, it is.
but they need to get their stuff together.
Stuff together. Put every property known to man they have, and then just suck it up.
They need to. They need to if they want to not be in the play-in tournament, which I think would be nice. It would be a nice rest and break to not have to play in that play-in tournament.
I said at the trade deadline that they needed some big guy or some dude that can create his own shot. I wanted Bruce Brown, and we didn't get Bruce Brown. I wanted Watanabe. No, we didn't get Watanabe. I wanted a big dude. We didn't get Drummond. We could have tried to at least sign somebody. I know. I just heard Otto Porter Jr. retired. Bro, the dude he can shoot, and he won with the Warriors. And he's like almost 7 feet. Why didn't you sign him for at least 10-day contract? See what happens.
I think, dude, at this point, you want anyone that hits the market.
Like, we have Thomas Bryant. We haven't seen Thomas Bryant since that fight. Like, who's signing these people, bro? Like, at this point, I just feel like it's not Pat Riley. I just feel like, Pat, bro. I know it's me, you and me. We've been friends for a long time, but I need somebody. And I'm like, Spoelstra, bro, I'm trying. I don't know what else to say. I don't know. This team is stressed.
Yeah, the rest of March will be difficult, needless to say. Anyways, moving on to the next topic. Enter Miami. They lose their first match of the MLS season. 3-2 loss to CF Montreal. Before that, there was a match on Thursday for the CONCACAF Champions Cup against Nashville SC. That first leg ended 2-2 at Geodis Park in Nashville. They return for a Wednesday game at 8:15 at Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. They'll be playing once again against each other. And that is kind of why I think why Messi didn't play yesterday and why Suarez came off of the bench just for, it was said game management. I think they're really focusing on the Champions Cup. So that's why I kind of didn't play. And also looming in the summer, they have the Leagues Cup, which they won last year. And that's a lot of games as well. So they just want to take their time and, not risk Messi in every single game. But again, it's the same old song, the same old dance. Inter Miami's defense needs to be better. Absolutely better. Like, the first goal by Montreal from defender Fernando Alvarez header, wide open.
Yeah, that was
not marked. Free header in the box, it's a goal. There was a lot of mistakes that could have ended up into other goals for Montreal. I mean, Drake Callender rushing, which, to be honest, Drake Callender, I think, since last year, if I'm being honest with you, has been Miami's best player. Might be a hot take, but I think has been Miami's best player and has saved their skin so many times that when he does make a mistake, it's like, all right, you made a stupid mistake, but like you have saved the team so many times. He came rushing out of his line, absolutely missed the ball, and it could have been a goal. Luckily, it didn't end up being a goal, but just mistakes like that. Kristoff, who I know you are not a fan of, again, the slowness on the defense, the inexperience by the youngsters in the defense. I think the only highlight from the defense in this game was Jordi Alba's goal in the 80th minute. That's about it. But other than that, Montreal had loads of chances. They put their chances, some of their chances in the back of the net, 3 goals. They made it hard for Miami to come back. At a certain point, they're up 3-1. I mean, they practically almost had back-to-back goals, 75th and 78th minute. which is what put the score up 3-1. And then, of course, Jordi Alba is what made it 3-2 in the 80th with a really nice goal.
Nice.
It was a very nice goal. And of course, Suarez didn't start. It was Leonardo Campana, which, to be honest with you, yes, Suarez, the last 2 games, has been playing good. I don't know where that came from. I said it last week. Man must have been injected with something. But I still going to hold my decision and hold my word and say that Campana should start over Suarez. Obviously, I don't think they'll do that because of the chemistry that he has with Messi, Busquets, and Alba. And just because it's Luis Suarez, But I still like Campana. Fresher legs, more physical, can run, can finish. But yeah, this is the first loss of the season for Miami. Like I said, yeah, Nashville on Wednesday in the Champions Cup. I think we'll expect to see Messi in that game. And then on Saturday at 2 in the afternoon, they'll play DC United on the road at Audi Field, one of my favorite stadiums in the league. Went there last season for the All-Star game, and as well as DC United and Austin FC. And for Montreal, there were some familiar faces. If you guys didn't see, there was 3 former Miami players on that team: Ariel Lassiter, Bryce Duke, and of course Joseph Martinez, who came off of the bench, spent only 1 year in pink, and then went off to Montreal. So if you guys didn't know some, they were there. Bryce Duke looked nice. So did Ariel Lassiter. I think they helped Montreal a lot with speed and technicality. But other than that, first loss, and we'll see how they respond.
I watched this game in its entirety. I mean, their defense. I think last year they were the worst defense on set pieces. They allowed the most goals, I think, with 22 from set pieces. And yesterday, I think they allowed 2 of them, or 1 or 2 of them. I don't remember how it went, but it was bad. But I think it was. I mean, Busquets didn't start, and Suarez didn't start. Messi didn't play. And I think Tata Martino was just experimenting again with the lineup. I mean, I think Redondo, he's a defensive player. I don't know why he was trying to be the creator of the offense for some reason.
Redondo is pretty much, I would say, like a younger Busquets.
Yeah.
What people would describe him as.
And then I think that lineup had not played with each other. I think so. The chemistry was a little bit off, and I think the anticipation on some passes were off. And then Campana had plenty of chances to score a goal and make passes that Alba was wide open, Busquets was wide open, and he wasn't making those passes. And I think that could have given them a couple more shots on goal, but he just wasn't. For some reason, he just wanted that goal, and that's the ego talking. I mean, that's okay if you have the wide open shot, but you didn't. He had some weird turnaround shots that were ill taken. I'm like, bro, like, don't do that. I know Sunderland he could have had a game tying goal, but he missed it wide open.
Yeah, I mean, Robert Taylor hit the post too.
Yeah, there were a lot of opportunities for that game to be tied. I mean, I think this game was a testing just to let these young guys get the experience without Messi on the field, and I think Tata needs to use Julian Gressel a little bit more. He's not using him as much because I see him getting subbed out at around the 60th minute.
I'm talking about a guy who was influential in the run for the Columbus Crew to win the whole thing last season.
I'm just like, bro, the guy can pass, he can shoot, he can do. He can be your Messi when Messi's not on the field, and for some reason, you're not really using him as at the full potential. So I would suggest giving him more touches. But I mean, Messi didn't play, so the game could have gone completely different if he was there. But I'm not gonna take this game too lightly, too hard, because it's
very early on in the season.
Yeah, Miami had a chance to come back and make the playoffs last year after having an atrocious last place mid-season and nearly coming back. So I'm not struggling with now with all these CONCACAF Leagues Cup, whatever coming out now. I'm not gonna sweat. But But yeah, Campana needs to fix his decision making. Gresso needs to be used more. Redondo needs to calm the hell down. Uh, I mean, I would use David Ruiz a little bit more. He did pretty good. I like it. I like him a lot. He's pretty good. But overall, it was the game was okay. But the one thing, like you said, the glaring thing is the defense. Tata Martino, please, for the love of God, please fix the defense.
There's so many times where they're just ball watching. They're just standing there, and players just go around them like they're traffic cones.
And like you see these players, they don't make runs into the box. They just stand there waiting for them to just get the ball. Like, bro, like get open. Like what do you want me to do here, bro? I got this guy on me. Like, what do you want? And then they get like these first touches, bro. They pass and they have like terrible control, and like that's how they lose the ball again and again and again. I'm like, bro, are these actually professionals? Like, I have better ball control than these people. Like, this is just sad.
Do you think that this team, my question to you would be, with Messi having been out, do you think that this team can compete without Messi on the field?
Without Messi on the field, compete for what though?
Competing games. Can they win games without Messi on the field?
They have the talent, but as of the way I see it, they're not organized without somebody making the plays for them like Messi. So, I mean, they can compete, but like compete for like a playoff, no. But like to be like a mid-level team, maybe just below mid-level, yeah, sure, yeah. Like that's their like they're right now. If they fix the defense, they could be like above average if they fix the defense. But as of right now, without Messi, it's like just mid.
And listen, I've talked to fans, and not just any fans that know soccer, that have played the sport. And they say the same thing. They don't have trouble scoring the ball. But that's because they have signed so many strikers. But what good is that if you can't defend?
Yeah.
So it cancels each other out. And I think a player that, again, I'm going to mention him, but I think a player that has really benefited from Messi's arrival, and he was shining before Messi's arrival, but he's shining even more now, is Robert Taylor.
Yeah, I love him.
Robert Taylor is really on these runs that he goes on.
Like, he's going on these runs with emotion, bro. Like, he wants this. He wants it. like damn, like give me this every game. I need this from Campana. I need this from Gomez. I need this from every single person on defense. Give me the energy that you want to win, and it will show on the field, and it will show to the fans. Like, damn, bro. Like, at least you lose, but like at least we see that you're trying for us, and it's like this, not this. Excuse my language, half-ass shit that we see on a consistent basis. Hey, it's like, what do you want me to do? Like you want me to cheer for what you're showing me on defense? You put me in, I'll play better defense.
Again, I think it's a mix of.
Tata needs to fix whatever it is. I think it's either the slowness on the old players.
Yeah, and then just inexperienced players. It's that problem.
I would try to trade something for Kristoff. I think he's being too much.
Yeah,
he's getting way too much. And I've been saying this since last year that Kristoff is not it. I'm sorry, bro, if you ever see this, but you ain't in it, Chief. You can't cook.
And someone was telling me today actually, but like Noah Allen looks so good in training. Yeah, they all look great in training.
There's nobody on them.
Once they get into the game, it's a different story. Completely different story. Anyways, here is the topic, probably the hottest topic of the night and of the entire day. I was calling Jonka like midway, like afternoon, and I'm like, what is going on today? And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about the NFL. If you guys have been keeping up with the NFL today, mayhem has been happening. I think it's going to make this league and this upcoming season very, very, very interesting with the moves that have happened. We'll go through some of them here. So, first one here, I have the Dolphins have agreed to terms with their new center, should I say, locking in former Titans Aaron Brewer to a 3-year deal worth $21 million total. We got another Dolphins one. I'll say another Dolphins one here. Former Seahawks linebacker George Brooks has agreed to terms with the Miami Dolphins on a 3-year, $30 million deal. And I know earlier you said in our chat that you weren't sure how you felt about that pickup.
For which pickup was it? I forget.
Brooks, linebacker.
Oh,
from Seattle.
Yeah, man, it's like okay, it's okay, I guess, but it's just, he doesn't injuries and like he hasn't really played much. Like, you don't really hear much about him. It's like sure, you picked up a guy that you kind of in a position you kind of needed, but like, did you pick him up because he was good, or did you pick him up because you needed a player in a position that you're desperately needed?
Well, looking at here, the Dolphins are $25 million over cap, and they need to clear out at least $40 million in the next 51 hours. So I think the next 2 days will be very interesting for the Dolphins to see what they do, and they can commit to whoever they want to, but they need to be cap compliant by 4 p.m. on Wednesday. So 4 p.m. on Wednesday, it's now 10:42 on Monday night. That 4 p.m. deadline on Wednesday is fast approaching. So they need to start shedding some roster.
I don't know who's gonna be, bro. Who? I know they're keeping Tua, they're keeping Hill, they're keeping Waddle.
Let me tell you, let's talk about who they've lost so far.
Well, they've lost a lot.
The defensive tackle Christian Wilkins is signing a 4-year, $110 million deal with $84.75 million guaranteed with the Las Vegas Raiders. So they lose Wilkins. He gets a big-time contract from Las Vegas. Who else do they lose? They lose, and this one I think is the one that hurts the most. I'm not going to lie with to you.
Let me get wait, before you say it. Van Ginkel.
Andrew Van Ginkel agreed to terms on a 2-year deal with the Minnesota Vikings for $20 million, including $14 million guaranteed. That one I think hurts the most for Miami. And the fact that it's just a 2-year deal with Minnesota, I think the reaction I saw on social media from losing Van Ginkel, Miami fans were distraught. Wilkins, they were a little hurt, but once the news for Van Ginkel came in, they were distraught. And I think, Jonk, I'm not going to lie to you, that Dolphins defense, it's torn apart right now.
The reason Dolphins fans were very distraught from Van Ginkel leaving was because how good and how well he performed, having to step up in the place of Jalen Phillips, who has an Achilles injury and he probably won't be coming in until like mid-season for this upcoming season. So he's not going to be able to play until that. Imagine, so I would assume your best defensive end is out for until mid-season. You lose Van Ginkel, who was his replacement, who did show up. He had some really good games. And you lose Christian Wilkins, which is another defensive player. I don't know if they signed the center, but as of right now, they haven't really fixed the O-line.
It's Aaron Brewer, 3-year deal.
The Titans, right? From the
Titans?
Yeah. Yeah, they besides the center, I mean, they haven't really signed any offensive linemen, which was their struggle this past season. And now you're losing all these defensive players after getting rid of Vic Fangio, and now you just signed this new guy.
I saw it. Maybe Vic Fangio knew something was going on, and got down.
All I know is that the Dolphins right now are having a cap issue, and it's a good thing for me because my Patriots have, I think, the highest cap space in the league, so we can sign a lot of players. And the Dolphins, are having trouble with the cap right now, obviously, like you stated. So they might have to get rid of Mostert. They might have to rework Jalen Ramsey's contract, rework Hill's contract to open up some space. I don't know what they're gonna do. Oh, and then Connor Williams, their center who was injured. I don't know what they're gonna do with him. But hey, the Dolphins might have to do something in the draft because if they can't afford it, it's gonna be it's tough, and especially with all these more news coming out as we talk. But like, I said it before. I said it even before all this happened.
Say the hot take.
The Dolphins will not make the playoffs this season. Will not make the playoffs.
Listen,
If you just go through the AFC and you see all these teams getting better, signing these star players, moving up, and then especially with the draft coming up, you would assume, I mean, the Dolphins just barely made it. Think about it. They just barely made it into the playoffs this season. And now imagine next season with Burrow back, Herbert coming in, CJ Stroud, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, Russell Wilson, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, Russell Wilson. Who are we adding? Who else? We had 7 already. There's probably one more. The Cleveland Browns, we're adding Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah.
And I'm probably missing one more. I don't even know who, but I'm missing one more. Where are the Dolphins in that situation?
It will be interesting. It will be interesting to see how Aaron Rodgers comes back with the Jets.
That too. Hey, it's not far-fetched, Daniel. It's not far-fetched. We know the Dolphins. They sink and sink because they forget to swim. I'm telling you, bro. Let it happen. 2-0 Simba. I said it before. What happened? This one-dimensional damn defense and one-dimensional offense is going to show. I'm telling you, bro. Let it happen. Just let it happen. Everybody's going to remember this damn day of when I said it. Wow.
What do you think? What do you think about your Patriots getting Jacoby Brissett?
I didn't like it.
Did you guys have him once?
Yeah. He was the third string behind Garoppolo. He was Brady, Garoppolo, and then Brissett.
I mean, how do you feel in general that you guys let go of Mac Jones?
Apparently they signed him because they want to use him as a veteran QB to like mentor the rookie QB. So, I mean, if that's what you signed him for, then I understand.
Who's your QB1 though? Bailey Zapp?
We don't know because apparently the Patriots might be signing Jaden Daniels, or they might trade for Justin Fields. At this moment we don't know. They got rid of Mac Jones to Jacksonville. Bailey Zapp is still on the team.
Which this just means that Mac Jones, you literally just got traded in a situation where you're going to be sitting on the bench behind Trevor Lawrence.
I mean, with Trevor Lawrence being injured the past 2 seasons, little by little, I mean, hey, and he's from Jacksonville, so that's his hometown. So, I mean, it kind of worked out in the end for him in a way. I guess he just wanted out of New England. It was the toxic situation. But, I mean, you got new OC, new head coach, new DC, new complete staff, probably a change of like philosophy in the coaching style. So I'm optimistic that we're going to see more of a better offense this year. Hopefully, because that's what we need. I know defense is not going to be a question for Jerome Mayo, but like we got the money this season. We can try to trade for Ayuk. T. Higgins wants to trade. Calvin Ridley is available. Maybe I don't know who else. Maybe the draft we can pick up somebody. But as of right now, I'm liking what I'm seeing, but I need to see more. I need the offensive line to be fixed because this past season the O-line was decimated, and yet we still were able to compete against the damn Dolphins. It was because we weren't that good. We lost, but we were right there with the damn Dolphins both games.
Let's talk about other teams. So Bengals have released running back Joe Mixon.
He's good.
T. Higgins requested a trade this morning. So what's going on in Cincinnati? Their offense seems to be imploding, and everyone wants to get out.
And I think Tyler Boyd wants out too. Hey, But with all that free money, who knows Jamar Chase and Burrow best? And who wants out of Minnesota?
Yeah,
What have I been saying for months?
yeah.
Hey, it's in there, bro. And where's the Super Bowl this year? New Orleans. Where's LSU?
Louisiana.
Hey, nobody writes this but me. I'm telling you, this is gonna, bro. If that happens, that's it. Nobody can ever doubt me in any sports commentating ever. I swear to God. If
Listen,
it happens,
NFC South though,
oh no, yeah, that's
the Atlanta Falcons with Deshaun Robinson. They got Kyle Pitts,
Drake London,
Drake London.
and I think one more. I forgot.
Now they add Kirk Cousins because Kirk Cousins leaves the Minnesota Vikings and joins the Atlanta Falcons.
Who they?
I
They have one more. I forgot who.
I'm not. I don't hate. I love Kirk. I'm not hating on Kirk. I think Kirk, as his career has progressed, I think Kirk has gotten better.
Tyler Algier. They got Cordell Patterson, Bijan Robinson, Van Jefferson, Drake London,
I'm telling you, they're gonna look nice.
Kyle Pitts. Let me see a bunch of no names. And then so that's only for the offense. Maybe they can pick up somebody in the draft.
They're gonna look real nice.
They're gonna do good.
So, a team that you were mentioning to me before the show started was the Washington Commanders. They pick up Austin Eckler. I believe they picked up Ertz as well.
Did they pick up Ertz? I didn't see Ertz.
I heard that Ertz was going to Washington.
Let me see. Zach Ertz. Is there any news? Bro, let me see. 5 days ago, tight end Zach Ertz reaches 1 year deal with Commanders. Yeah.
So they got Eckler. They got Dan Quinn over there, former Cowboy coach, which, by the way, my Cowboys, we let go of Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard signs with the Tennessee Titans, which Tennessee is gearing up as well. The Titans are looking real nice as well. For my Cowboys, I don't have an answer right now. If you go look at my social media, I posted a graphic that says the Cowboys have signed nobody. They're supposed to in the running for Derrick Henry. They've had talks with Derrick Henry. I would love to sign Derrick Henry. That would be beautiful. But we'll see what happens. I mean, a lot of teams, especially in the NFC East, are building up, and we haven't done anything, so I'm not too happy about that, especially that the biggest news of the day was Saquon Barkley leaving the New York Giants to join the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles lose DeAndre Swift. He joins the Chicago Bears. Janka, would you be upset as a Giants fan that Saquon,
Okay.
I'm saying as if you're a Giants fan,
Okay.
if you leave the Giants and you join Philadelphia, one of your rivals in the division, would you be upset about that? Because Tiki Barber, former Giants running back, had lots to say about Saquon leaving.
As a fan, if I were a Giants fan, I would be, because it's your rival.
Yeah.
But if I'm Saquon, I wouldn't be, because I want to just leave the situation. I want to go somewhere else and get more money, because the Giants weren't going to pay him. So I can see both sides, but I mean, I'm pretty sure if you would have gone somewhere else, somebody would have paid you around the same, and you're not in the NFC East. So I don't know if he wanted to get back at the Giants, for maybe they didn't want to give him the money he wanted, so he's doing that out of like petty or revenge. Which this upcoming season is going to be funny, because if he loses that game, it's going to be hilarious. Hey, the Giants right now are in the dumps. Anybody that loses to the Giants this next coming year, man, they gave all the money to Daniel Jones, and now apparently they're gonna scrap Daniel Jones. They lost Saquon Barkley. They had Darren Waller, and now they have nobody now. mean, they do have Jaden Hyatt, but still, it's not enough.
I think also another thing that was very surprising to me was the Green Bay Packers signing Josh Jacobs and then releasing Aaron Jones. I didn't see that one coming.
I did not see that. I mean, I would say, damn, bro, you can't keep them both.
That's true.
Like, you're telling me you can't keep them both? Like, are you on drugs?
Hey, they're low key. Packers low key. Like,
I told you about them, bro. I warned you. Jordan Love got some heat. And I mean, you guys found out the bad way, but
yeah, thank you for reminding me.
But damn, bro, this next coming season, I'm telling you, bro, this next season,
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be
nice.
very, very interesting. Let's see. Oh, this one's for you. Patriots signed running back Antonio Gibson. How do you feel about that?
I like it. He's a good matchup with Ramondre Stevenson. Stevenson being the bigger back, and then Gibson being an experience for a couple of years already. He's more agile, a little bit faster. He's that more like, if you want to use him as a, how do you say it, like a halfback where you can toss, like a, how do you say, like a James White kind of guy.
Yeah.
So he's going to be useful, especially if they fix the O-line. I think we're going to be good. I mean, we signed Kendrick Bourne. We're trying to sign Ridley, maybe T. Higgins.
Still got my guy Josh Uche over there on defense.
About Uche, he still hasn't received an extension, so they don't know if he's going to be re-signing, because I know they're trying to get Jerry Sneed. They're trying to sign what's his name, Chase Young. I know what's his name, Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa are probably leaving the Chargers because of the cap issue. So a lot of defensive players are going to be on the market, and I mean, they're going to try to look for somebody with experience to go with the rookie Christian Gonzalez, who was a stud, but he got injured last year.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's, as of right now, I'm like what I'm seeing. We're signing the players that we have to sign. We re-signed Hunter Henry. I'm good with that. They released Devontae Parker. All I need next is get rid of Juju Smith. If there is a God, please get rid of Juju and Devontae. On Wednesday, they released him, so they already said that. But I need Juju out. I need that bad Juju out. Please.
Going down the tracks here, continuing. The Bills are dismantling, as it seems. The Jaguars adding another one. Gabe Davis, 3-year, $39 million. It includes $11 million at signing, so that's another good pickup for Jacksonville.
They have a deep threat, bro. Jacksonville, another team we didn't talk about, bro. I'm telling you, man. How can you possibly see the Dolphins anywhere in this situation? Like legit, go through the AFC on your list, and you just read off the teams that have gone better as of all the news that's been coming out as of today. How can anybody possibly have the damn Dolphins in the playoffs?
Miami fans?
Like, it doesn't make sense. You can name off 6 playoff teams from this past year, and then with all these teams getting better.
Well, let's just see what they do from now to that 4 p.m. deadline that they need to be cap compliant.
Hey, I'm telling you, they're going to release somebody that they have to release, and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. I don't know who it's going to be, but it's going to hurt.
We'll see. Well, anyways, that is the end of our time together tonight here for episode 131. Again, we thank you guys for tuning in, week out, for just listening. Oh, there's the Super Bowl ring. For just listening to us and just having fun with us on Monday nights. Our Barbershop Talk episode is coming very soon, releasing on our social media. Again, keep up with all of our social media, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, X, TikTok. And just thank you for keeping up to date. We hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next Monday for episode 132. I hope you guys have a great night.